On the next train roll on. MoMRail's been built up north, south, east, and west. But the only thing she hasn't built is a profit. She's gotta think big. She's gotta think Joe.
By the power of NIMBY rails, I'm gonna tear up your town. So when those yellow lights get late, better find another way around. Train roll on.
Incoming train. Please step 3 feet away from the
All right,
tracks.
everybody, grab yourselves a seat. Welcome to MoMRail. Go ahead and pay your fare. Sit down, because we got a lot to see and a lot to do. And I got a lot of money to make. $3 million, $4 million in all these trams with a $31 million bill ain't cutting it.
This train is bound for St. Joseph.
Your favorite rail baron's in trouble. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's follow a trend. Let's see if we can get one of my babies to go over 100 miles an hour. So I figured, what's one place that they would pay Amtrak prices I could easily take somebody in about less than an hour? It's got to be somewhere with some culture, somewhere with a diverse population, something with a little bit of fame, a little pizzazz. So I chose St. Joseph, Missouri. Yes, I did, and this train can go at least up to 150 miles an hour, 240 kilometers if that's what you're doing, because I still charge by the kilometer, a quarter per kilometer. To take this fast train is going to take you $20 just to get on this thing. And yes, we got beverage service around here, Wi-Fi and other amenities you might find in a fancier train like Amtrak. You figure this thing's about, what, 73 kilometers one way? A little over $18 plus $20 for the base fare, $38 for a weekend getaway down in St. Joseph. Some of y'all's big SUVs can't even drive for that cheap. Now this baby can handle about higher speeds, but I figured 150 an hour would probably be a safe bet, because concept's kind of new, MoMRail's kind of new, so onward we go. And how much is this even costing me anyway, this new venture from St. Joseph and back? And I might just go further north, I don't know. I should probably take a poll. Should I take this thing all the way to Maryville, maybe Omaha or Lincoln? Let me know in the comments below. So to run this line, maintain this line, everything, you're looking at about, I'd say, 14 to 16 million. Fares could range anywhere from 24, I've had $30 million quarters. All in all, I'm getting about a total profit, I would say, let's see, 14, 24, 16, and 30. Anywhere between $8 and $16 million of profit, baby, on this quarter. Divided by 3, that's an extra $3 to $5 million in my pocket per month. And the sad thing is, that only makes a dent in my $31 million loan. Hey, that $3 billion has got to come from somewhere, right? And boy, did I have to make some sweetheart deals with Platte County. Nobody wanted me there. That's why they call it NIMBY rails, not in my backyard. Well, guess what? Train roll on. Go on and take your farm and your homestead somewhere else. We got places to go, people to see. Got badminton games to attend, a Pony Express to learn about. And you know, I've noticed something about this region in general and how much of a connection it has to Northern California. The Spanish form of St. Joseph is San Jose. Guess where that is, folks? South side of the Bay Area. Just like Northern California took the Kings from us out in Sacramento, took the Athletics from us, put it in Oakland, and what a turn of events, they're going to Vegas now. And just imagine a team that after so many years now loses all four of their major sports franchises. That basically just told me that Oakland is now cemented as a mere suburb of San Francisco. Hell, the Golden State Warriors didn't even want to be there anymore. And I'll tell you this, that the Heartland could definitely give Las Vegas a run for its money if we'd loosen our casino laws a little bit. Maybe introduce a little sports betting, anybody? That way we don't have to hop all the way to freaking Elwood to bet on the doggone Chiefs. I wonder if that little town needs rail service.
Now arriving in St. Joseph at St. Joseph Station. This is the transfer point for the St. Joseph Spine Line. Enjoy your stay in St. Joseph, and thank you for riding MoMRail.
Now mind you, this thing doesn't go directly downtown. I ain't that powerful out here.
Now arriving in St. Joseph at St. Joseph Station. This is the transfer point for the St. Joseph Spine Line. Enjoy your stay in St. Joseph, and thank you for riding MoMRail.
How much you want to bet this city's going to grow now that all these offices down in Kansas City are starting to go to hybrid work, where you get some days remote, some days you got to show up in the office, and if it's only 1 or 2 days a week, just take a ride on MoMRail. Or sit in traffic on I-29, it's your choice. Now, of course, I can't leave all these people on the outskirts of St. Joseph. They have a giant 3-4-story parking garage acting like a parking ride while they clog up Mitchell Avenue. Well, now you can't do that anymore because I tore that little street up. Hey, I got you there in 20 minutes, didn't I? Now the St. Joe is still sitting at about, 75,000 people? Can't leave them hanging without a tram. Train roll on, baby.
This train is bound for Maple Leaf.
Gotta give St. Joseph its own spine line. And it rolls down Mitchell Avenue. Like I said, I go where the people are. In case you're wondering how much this little line is costing me, this baby's almost a labor of love. I ain't making much out of this one. Running costs, maintenance, that's about $900,000. Fares could range anywhere from 1.7 to 2 million. Looking at about $800,000 a quarter, 260, 270 something grand a month. And hey, every tram adds up. Did I mention we got restrooms at our stops too?
The next station is Bartlett Park. Bartlett Park is your next station. Exit here for the Fairview Golf Course, Bartlett Park, and the Southwest Park Wake Rail. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
I even considered some of you bikers and golfers out there, you cyclists. They got a hell of a greenway system in this little town, which was kind of a danger of putting this tram along Mitchell Avenue because, a couple of those holes in that golf course down south from us, one of those golf balls hits one of my trams, that golf ball's going to be your eyeball in a minute.
This train is bound for Maple Leaf.
And I bet some of those folks on that golf course are probably going to do so right out of spite. They didn't want Mitchell Avenue being torn up, their precious road. Anyway, got a couple more stops before we hit downtown St. Joe. Probably pass through the inspiration behind an old Cher song, Gonna Shoot You Down, Jesse James. Yeah, I used to live out here too. And what's really ironic is that St. Joseph could have been in the same situation Kansas City was in with growth and all that because of the railroad, but they didn't want all that noise. Well, now, courtesy of MoMRail, I'm bringing the noise right to you. Just trying to save folks money and give folks another option to get around.
The next station is Carden Park. Carden Park is your next station. Exit here for the home of Jesse James and the Pony Express Museum. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
Plus, after just paying $38 to get to here from Kansas City in 20 minutes, another $2 just to get to downtown St. Joe, I'd say you're still making out like a champ. Now, eventually this thing's going to veer off of Mitchell Avenue. We'll get some of that rail right away. I always try to find a cheap way to do things, cheap way to route, so it keeps me afloat.
This train is bound for Maple Leaf.
Now, how many of y'all have ever been to the Missouri Theater? I'm not talking about the one in Columbia. I'm talking about the one that we're coming up on in this next stop. And apparently this venue's been around since 1927, so in a couple years or so, we got a 100th anniversary going on. Well, just looking inside of that joint almost reminds me of the Aztec Theater down in San Antonio. All this architecture from centuries and centuries ago. 1400s, 1500s.
The next station is downtown St. Joseph. Downtown St. Joseph is your next station. Exit here for the Riverwalk, Remington Nature Center, the Missouri Theater, and the YF Tudor Mansion. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
I dare some of y'all to go jump in the river. It's only, 2-3 blocks away? No, don't do that.
The next station is downtown St. Joseph. Downtown St. Joseph is your next station. Exit here for the Riverwalk, Remington Nature Center, the Missouri Theater, and the YF Tudor Mansion. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
Now, we were going to stop there, but I figured, we can't forget about the north side of St. Joe. I go where the demand is, and right now, we got a lot of folks hopping off of that Northwest Greenway. They want to get on that train, too. I tell you, the popularity of MoMRail's spreading far beyond Kansas City. And finally got old John Jossendale on board, too. Dude so kind, he even gave me a piece of US 59 to build on. Could you hear the 59 sound coming out of your grandpapa's stereo? Man, I love that song.
This train is bound for Maple Leaf.
What do they call that band? The Gaslight Anthem? Nowadays, you don't want to be known for gaslight anything. Used to call it taking a leak on somebody and letting them think it's rain. Or making them believe it's rain. Had a little intention there. Alright, so we're getting close to the end of the line here. And you got access to this Krug Park down on the north side of town. They used to have an amphitheater near there. Do they still have that amphitheater? I tell you, there was one page I saw on Facebook, that amphitheater getting clowned. Introducing this summer's concert lineup, and it'd be a blank sheet of paper.
The next station is Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf is your next station. This is the end of the St. Joseph Spine Line. Exit here for Lions Field, Craig Amphitheater, and the Northwest Parkway Trail. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
If a lot of these concert tours are skipping over Kansas City, you really think St. Joseph's on their
The
mind?
next station is Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf is your next station. This is the end of the St. Joseph Spine Line. Exit here for Lions Field, Craig Amphitheater, and the Northwest Parkway Trail. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
Although I have seen some rock and roll acts from the 2000s bypass KC for St. Joe. Smile Empty Soul was one of them, trying to play a bunch of smaller towns around the big cities just to get that audience. One would think that a town like this would be a great market for local acts in, say, Kansas City to start going regional, get a little taste of the road.
This train is bound for St. Joseph.
You know, I forgot, there's St. Joseph's Civic Arena. Maybe we should stop there on the way back to the other side. I had to put that stop on 4th Street. I mean, what if you want some seafood? What if you want steak or wraps or bowls? 7th Street Cafe's down the way. Catch a meal before you catch a show. See, I thought about this stuff. Genio's Pizza and Pub. Kind of reminiscent of that Geno's commercials from the early 80s. That one of Luther Vandross's earliest gigs before he became a R&B superstar. Geno's. You go for the food that we got. Man, what if you work at the St. Joseph Convention and Visitors Bureau? You don't have to rely on some nameless, faceless rail baron to show you the way around. They got more information and pamphlets about this town than I can afford to print out or release. And I ain't talking about the money, I'm talking about time. I'm trying to build an empire here, folks. And for some reason, I don't see anybody in that downtown St. Joseph stop. What's going on here? So are we just going to skip this station? What's going on? Oh, we are going to skip it. That's why you didn't play that other announcement. Next stop is downtown St. Joseph. Blah, 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 blah. All right, fair enough. I'd say ease up on the speed once you go through that station, but we're only going, 35 miles an hour? And that's the thing, you get there faster even if nobody wants to get on a certain station. It's not just one of those, pull the lever and stop wherever. We don't operate like that on MoMRail. Otherwise, everyone and their mom and their daughter and their father we'd be pulling the lever every single block we get, every single stop, and then no one would get where they needed to go. Then people will start demanding refunds. Then you're messing with my bottom line. Then it defeats the whole concept of public rail in the first place. Then people are going to start wanting to drive cars again. Can't let that happen.
The next station is Carden Park. Carden Park is your next station. Exit here for the home of Jesse James and the Pony Express Museum. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
And nothing against drivers. I'm just trying to keep our truckers from having to dodge a bunch of Mazdas on I-29.
The next station is Carden Park. Carden Park is your next station. Exit here for the home of Jesse James and the Pony Express Museum. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
And shout out to Hausman Metal out there. You can see it as you're looking left. They're the ones that worked on our roofs on all these platforms that we built along St. Joseph. And that's the thing, that all goes into running costs and maintenance costs. We like to use local labor around here, I know I may be big, bad rail baron, but I'm not a total douche. Come on. Now, are we skipping Bartlett Park, too?
This train is bound for St. Joseph.
Gee, mercy sakes, we are. And I bet that's going to make a few cyclists mad. Coming out the Northwest Expressway, you got to go take that trail all the way down only to find out the train don't stop there anymore. Should have got there sooner. That's the thing, these things rotate every 10 or 15 minutes, so if you find one passed you by, go eat a granola bar, drink some water, drink some of that hyper-ionized purple, orange, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what the new trend is for hydration, but I'll tell you this, I should never, ever, ever call a parkway or a trail system an expressway ever again, unless they want to widen it to 3 bike lanes or some mess. Hang on, folks. We'll be back in Kansas City in no time. And it's all through the courtesy of good old American steel.
The next station is St. Joseph. St. Joseph is your next station. This is the end of the St. Joseph Spine Line and the transfer point for high-speed rail service to Kansas City, Missouri. Exit here for the Fairview Golf Course, Spratt Stadium, and the Autumns Trail. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
You forgot to scream for you, bum! Missed me.
The next station is St. Joseph. St. Joseph is your next station. This is the end of the St. Joseph Spine Line and the transfer point for high-speed rail service to Kansas City, Missouri. Exit here for the Fairview Golf Course, Spratt Stadium, and the Autumn's Trail. Thank you for riding MoMRail.
And look at that, you can get pizza, you can get a burger, get some tacos, work all that food out. Maybe chill out at that gaming lounge. What is it, EXP I think it is? That's kind of my philosophy on these things. I'll tear up any 4-lane road, 6-lane road I could find to get folks around. Less than that, I take the Sierra approach. Level up.
This train is bound for Kansas City.
And building this darn thing, I had to level up and level down, especially you start getting into those little towns and stuff. Compensating people for all those broken down, destroyed houses, and having to sell off the farmland. It gets expensive sometimes, land acquisition. Do you know what? If people can get from St. Joe back to Kansas City in about 20 minutes one way, and I can make a little money off of it, puts a nice big old smile on my face. You got low ends here, high ends there, mid-range to drown out the vocal cords so the smile can't be too big, right? You sound people know what I'm talking about. And building this thing, I only had to deal with 2 county commissioners, Buchanan County and Platte County. Of course, Clay, because we stop in Northtown. Okay, so that's 3. But who's counting here? I'm counting dollars I'm making out of this MoMRail operation. You know, what do we say? Got with $2 million and change from the spine line. $800,000 here, $900,000 large there. $700,000 for that one little line I built up Mitchell Avenue. $5 million altogether, plus 5 for this big high-speed project that about halfway cleaned me out. Shoot, I'm 1/3 of the way there paying that loan off. Just 1/3. But hey, I could at least get St. Joseph folks to get on downtown Kansas City. Maybe they got a concert out there. Shoot, you got one more stop on the spine line and you're downtown already. Maybe get to some sporting events, the Big 12 tournament, the Chiefs Royals games. You know, I forgot something. I got to expand this operation east. We got to get to Arrowhead Stadium somehow. Oy vey. Shoot, we got trams, we got high-speed rail, but we don't have anything in between. Nothing for the commuters. Well, that's about to change, and until I do, it's toodaloo for now. Nameless Rail Baron signing off.
Now arriving in Kansas City at North Kansas City Station. This is the transfer point for the Great Connector, Kansas City Spine Line, Northland Spine Line, and the Northeast Line. Exit here for downtown North Kansas City. Thank you for riding MoMRail.